What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the walkthrough. Here we are about to fight the Pursuer. So for those of you who did not kill him in the first encounter, we are going to have to fight him right here. This is the typical boss encounter for the Pursuer. And I'm going to show you guys a couple of ways of taking him out. The first method I'm going to show is kind of the more conventional way of fighting him. And then I'm going to quit out, which will reset the fight. And then I'm going to show you a crafty way of killing him, which is actually pretty easy to pull off if you know exactly what to do. And it actually makes this fight significantly easier. So to show the traditional way, I'm actually going to break that into two parts, two different styles of fighting him. The first is going to be sort of it's conventional blocking and getting hits in while you can. And then the second method is going to be via parrying him. I'm going to show you all that parry timing. And that is how I typically like to fight the Pursuers. As I said before, there are many Pursuers in this game. This is just kind of the first one. But after that, I'll show you guys the other way of killing him, which if you're struggling with this way, you can do it the other way. And you might just want to do it that other way anyways, but you'll see what I mean when we get started. So let's dive in. All right, so for starters, I'm going to lock onto him. He pretty much always opens up with this move. If you roll to your right, it'll give you an opening to punish. And you always want to just hang towards him. And then I'm going to keep my shield up, kind of circling to your right there. And if he swings with his sword, if he does those combos, you're going to want to get away from him. And so there, kind of did the same thing where I roll away. I'm using this opportunity to heal instead of hit him. But circling around to the right here. And then what I want to see is that move where he pulls his sword back and kind of charges at you, because if you're right next to him when he does that, he's going to overshoot you. This move right here and give you an opportunity for like 3 hits, just like that. Now the thing is he does have combos. Those combos can be pretty deadly. So that's his window. If you need to heal, use that window to heal instead of attack. But again, it's just kind of circling around to the right. And when he does his combos, it's best to back away. But there's the move we want to see. Get 3 hits in. And then that move with where he turns his sword blue, you definitely want to stay away from that, because that move will curse you if you survive it. What that does, the curse is basically a reduction of your maximum HP, as if you died. And he almost killed me there, because he caught me in my healing animation. So yeah, that's the move you want to see. If you're circling to your right, he's going to overshoot you. And he's going to leave himself open for a lot of hits. And you can kind of just rinse and repeat. You see it does take a lot of hits to get him. The blue sword attack, if you dodge it, it's another good opportunity to heal or punish. So again, he's doing that attack where he overshoots you. So now I'm going to show you how to parry him. That same attack where he charges at you, that is the easiest attack to parry. And the timing for it is you're going to want to hit L2 pretty much right before he gets to you. And I'll show you what I mean if he does it. That's his blue attack. You cannot parry that attack where his sword turns blue. I'm trying to show you the move that I like, and he's not doing it. Come on. Cooperate with me here. Here we go. There we go. And so that when you do that, you get an opportunity. If you land the parry, you get an opportunity for 4 hits. And then I just circle around, kind of rinse and repeat. He does it again. Not the attack I'm looking for. So I'm trying to maintain my spacing because I don't want to get caught in his combos. Here he goes. Same with that parry timing there. I know I'm kind of making it look easy, but I have fought this guy many times, and so I am used to the timing. And I could easily kill him here, but I'm just trying to demonstrate how I fight him, because we're going to be fighting these things throughout the game. So it's best to get used it's best to get your strategy down and get used to it and get comfortable with it. I'm trying to get him to do the move that I like, but he's not cooperating with me. And after I get this next parry, I'm actually going to quit out so I can show you the other method of killing him, the easier method of killing him. Nope. Definitely want to stay away from that attack. Roll to the right or roll back. All right, come on, buddy. Cooperate with me. He is not. I just want to get that one more parry. You can parry some of his other moves, but this is by one. The move that I'm trying to bait is by far the easiest move to parry. He's just not doing it at all. Come on, buddy. No, that's not it. Because I could easily be punishing him here. I'm trying to get that parry. Just to demonstrate the parry timing again. No, not doing it. There it is. And that's the parry. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to quit out. And what that'll do is it'll reset the fight. Like the boss will have a full health meter. And I'm going to show you kind of the cheeky way of beating him. And this works pretty much every time. The way that you do this is if you notice there's a couple ballistas in the arena. And if you position yourself just correctly, you can actually use those against him and kill him in 2 hits. So you can attack him twice successively with it. He has to be kind of in the right spot to do it that way. But even if you just hit him once, it's going to take away probably 90% of his health. And you're just going to have to hit him a couple times to close out the fight. I'm out of Estus Flask because when you quit out, it doesn't refill your Estus Flasks. But it does refill the boss's life bar. So I'm going to show you what to do here. This is a pretty nice little trick. What you want to do is stand right in the middle of this kind of a pile of rubble, and he's always going to open with this attack here, and you're going to dodge to the right, run back straight to this ballista, press X to man it, and then press X again to fire it, and then you see you can hit him again, and he is dead. So it really is as easy as that if you're having trouble killing him the conventional way. As I said, it's best to get comfortable with that because we are going to be fighting him more than once, and this is the only encounter where you have access to these ballistas to kill him. So for our trouble there, we got the Ring of Blades, and we also got the Soul of the Pursuer. And I guess now is a good time to start talking about boss souls, because when you kill a boss, you get their soul. So you see you have the Soul of the Last Giant and the Soul of a Pursuer. You can cash them in for souls just like as if they were a soul item. And there are some that I am going to do that for. But before I start doing that, I want to show you there's another area slightly later. There's another use for those boss souls that we can do. And I want to show you guys that as well before I start consuming them for souls. And there are certain boss souls that you do not want to consume if you're going for all achievements, because some boss souls will actually give you a spell. And there are trophies related to the spells, like the sorceries, the miracles, pyromancies, hexes, etc. And there are some boss souls that give you access to those, and you can't get access to it if you consume the soul, if that makes sense. All right, so we've killed the Pursuer. What we want to do now is, we do have 27,000 souls, so if you're a little bit skittish of carrying that many souls, you can run back to the bonfire and level up. We are going to be going back to a bonfire anyways, but the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to drop down here first. And there's some items for us. So we got the Dranglaic Sword, Dranglaic Shield, and Dranglaic Armor. So the Dranglaic Shield is quite a bit heavier than the shield we're using now. However, it does block 100% of physical damage. The Dranglaic Sword is actually a pretty good sword. I used it a lot in my first playthrough of the game. And it is quite a nice weapon, but I'm not going to be using it in this playthrough. So let's see. Now we want to circle back around to the Pursuer room, which means I got to get past. I'm not going to fight the turtle guy again. I'm not going to risk it. That was dropped by one of the hollows that we killed on the way up to the Pursuer. I guess I just didn't pick it up at the time. So what we're going to do now? Go back to where we fought the Pursuer. And there is a little secret for us. You can examine this nest, and we will get whisked away. This is going to take us to a new area. Very nice. So we're at the Lost Bastille. We got a bonfire here. And 2 treasure chests. Got human effigies from this one. And a dull ember in this one. That's going to be important for upgrading our weapons. But for now, we're going to head back to Majula and level up because I don't want to be risking these almost 28,000 souls that we've got. We're going to be doing some leveling up here. And earlier we picked up the heal spell. And if all goes well, I should be able to level up my stats high enough to be able to equip the heal spell. We'll see. That's the goal. And that'll give us more flexibility with healing if we go a long stretch without a bonfire. So let's level up. We're going to need 10 attunement. Because once we get that 10th attunement, you see we now have 1 slot to equip a spell. And so you see our HP is increasing slightly with those levels in attunement. And you also notice that attunement is also slightly increasing our agility. Attunement does not increase agility as much as adaptability does, but attunement is the only other stat that will increase agility at all. And again, agility is that stat that's tied to your invincibility frames and item use speed. So now that we have our 10 attunement, we can equip 1 spell. We need to upgrade our faith, I believe, to level 12. And that is so that we can equip so we can use the heal spell and equip our chime that we have, which is what you use to, the chime is the item that you use to cast miracles. So now that we have our 12 faith, I'm going to go on and start leveling up strength a bit because we're going to need strength to use to equip the next weapon that we're going to get. So I'm going to go on and take the strength up to 15. So we got quite a few souls. We're going from 19 to 34. That's actually pretty significant. And we also got some Titanite shards, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to level up our weapon while we're at it. Let's see. All right, and we have a large Titanite shard, so if we get 1,000 souls, we can level it up once more. See if I use both of these. There we go. That gets us there.
What?
So we have a +4 fire longsword. Very good. Here's where the merchant from the bonfire, the Forest of the Fallen Giants, shows up. So as I said, now you can buy infinite life gems for 300 souls a pop if you need to restock. So what we're going to do now is we're going to travel back to the Lost Bastille, and we're going to get through a bit of this level. There's a few things we need to take care of while we're here. And this is the place that the bird's nest next to the pursuer boss fight transported us to. So we'll see we got an enemy right ahead of us. Before we go that way, we actually want to hug this ledge outside of this building here for an item. Radiant life gem and a large Titanite shard. And here there's an archer, but we can sneak up kind of behind him. And he fell down. So this barrel, it'll actually blow up if you knock it off and get the dogs down there. What you want to do is you want to knock it off very carefully and then back away immediately so that you don't get caught in the explosion. So knock it off very gently here. Oh, he climbed it back up. There we go. And we're going to use this to get rid of the dogs. So knock it off very gently. Back away. And I'm pretty sure all the dogs are gone. So, oh, nope. I misspoke. I took a little bit of a shot, but the other ones are gone. So what we want to do now is go through When we approach this chest, I mentioned we're going to be fighting more pursuers. Here we go. Here's another one. So this one I'm going to defeat via parries. We have no ballistas to take care of it, but I'm going to use the parry method for the most part and take whatever shots I can get. He does the attack that I like. There it goes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Back away. Whoops, he moved with me. He's doing it again. Parry. 1, 2, 3. I forgot to switch to the buckler. I should be using the buckler here because of the better parry window with the buckler. Blue attack, roll to your right, and you can punish it. You can also heal if you need to. Parry. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, you can use the other method that doesn't involve parries that I demonstrated as well. But I just prefer to parry him. Those of you who watched my Elden Ring walkthrough, this is very similar to how I like to fight the Crucible Knights. And for doing that, we get a Twinkling Titanite. So anytime you kill a pursuer, you get a Twinkling Titanite, and those are used to level up certain weapons. So certain weapons use regular Titanite shards. Certain weapons use the Twinkling Titanite. And back here, we have ourselves another invisible hollow. So we got a smooth and silky stone. And inside this treasure chest, which kind of going near this is what spawned the pursuer, we have ourselves the covetous silver serpent ring, which we already have the +1 version of that, which is a stronger version of it. Human effigy and a fragrant branch of yore. We need those fragrant branches of yore because we're going to start using them pretty soon. All right, so now we need to head back to where we were before. This dog dropped something. Soul of a nameless soldier. Go up this ladder. And we're going to have ourselves a bit of fun here. So these guys are a bit tricky. You see they're a bit spongy. They take a lot of damage, but they can also hit hard. They also have pyromancy projectiles that they can fire at you. So no pun intended. But the key is to stay behind them if you can. All right, and here we have another NPC. This is Lucatiel. This is a very important NPC, especially if you're going for all achievements. Her quest line is related to a trophy. So we will be doing her quest line in full.
You are an odd one. Normally, people keep a safe distance when they see this mask. I'm called Lucatiel. From the land of Mira to the far east, they say Drang Lake brims with powerful souls, and so I came to claim. But what a strange place. You are an odd one indeed. While you've made a point of engaging, I can see that you are mid-journey. If you require, I come from Mira, a land of knights. Don't hesitate to call upon me. You are an odd.
Okay, so that's all of her dialogue for now. So yeah, she does have a very important quest, especially if you're going for all the trophies and achievements, because as I said, her quest line is tied to a trophy. You get the antiquated key. Make sure you get that. That's important. And we can circle around here. You see there's another one of those big guys back there. But first, be very careful because you can scoot up this ledge and there's a ladder back here. Or another large Titanite shard. Very good. Very good. All right, so you see there's more of these knights over here. We'll go on and take them out. It's good that they stay close together so I can hit both of them at the same time. You see some of these darker barrels. These are the exploding barrels. Be careful because they'll blow you up if you're not careful. And there's some around this guy too. And he hits them and blows them up sometimes also. He also has pyromancies that'll shoot. See? That was it. But the key for these guys is to stay behind them. And then I just kind of wail on him. He might blow himself up and myself too. And he almost knocked me over the ledge. That guy has knocked me over the ledge before. And he almost did it just then. So yeah, watch out for that. That was almost tragic. Okay, so on this path to the left here, we have ourselves some gold pine resin. And another one of these big guys. Make sure that he does not hit the barrel that's in front of him because we need it for our own purposes. And I say that because I'm probably gonna have to reset the area now. Rest of the bonfire because normally he never blows that thing up. My gosh. I wonder if I can get this barrel off of it, off of the little stand. No, I can't. So I'm gonna have to rest at the bonfire, yeah. Yep. That's what we're gonna have to do because I need that barrel, and you'll see why. I don't know that I've ever seen him blow that up like that. I know to be careful, man. All right, whatever. We'll rest at the bonfire, bring everything back. Oh. Can I get back? I'm gonna have to use a homeward bone. Think. Can I seriously not circle around here? Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use a homeward bone. This will bring us back to the bonfire. Very tragic indeed. And if that happens to you, you'll probably have to do the same thing. All right, when you use Homer Bone, it doesn't restore your flasks and stuff, so make sure you rest, and that'll restore all your stuff. All right, here we go again. We'll make this quick. Not even gonna fight this first one. This one I'm gonna have to fight though. Go. All right, I'm gonna shoot this guy with my arrow, and that way he'll come back here. See if the pokes work against him. Blew himself up there. Serves you right. See, pokes? No, pokes don't stun him, sadly. So I'll go with the slashes. Yeah, slashes are working much better. All right, so the reason why we didn't want him to blow up that barrel is because if you nudge it forward, it'll go down the stairs and blow up the wall. See, there's that big crack in the wall, so you want to kind of just nudge it forward. Just ever so slightly. It'll go straight down the stairs. And it didn't go straight down the stairs. But it still blew up. If it gets to the wall and doesn't blow up, you can shoot it with a fire arrow and blow it up. But it has to be against the wall to blow up to make that hole. And you see we got a secret bonfire. Couple dogs down here. And this gate is locked, which is why we needed to blow up the gate, or blow up the wall rather. And we have ourselves another bonfire and an NPC. So we can use our torch actually to light this in here. This is our friend McDuff, another weaponsmith.
Shape up. Oh, dear Flame. Flame, I'm McDuff the blacksmith. So, right now.
Oh, so give him the dull ember that we picked up in the treasure chest at the beginning of this area.
You've got stone. Give me stones.
And what that does, if you give him the dull ember, you can infuse your weapon. We're not going to do that quite yet, but later on we can get certain upgrade stones where if you use them, you can infuse your weapon with an element such as fire or lightning, or you can infuse it with magic or dark. So pretty nifty. We will be doing that later as well. You give him the dull ember and then rest. He goes to his normal spot and you can open up all of these treasure chests, which we're going to do to get all of the loot. Large titanite shard. Regular titanite shards. Get the craftsman hammer. We're going to be using that weapon quite a bit, along with a twinkling titanite. Not yet, but we will be using it. Heavy bolt. Iron arrows.
I ought to flame.
So what we'll do is we will reinforce our fire longsword, keep it going. We need one more large titanite shard to bring it up once more. And now that we have the craftsman hammer, we need 20 strength to wield it one-handed, which I do typically wield it one-handed. We don't have the 20 strength yet, but we will be using this weapon extensively, or at least I will in this playthrough. And you see that it upgrades with twinkling titanite. So those pursuers that we're killing are going to help us because they give us the twinkling titanite, and we can level that up +1. We need 2 more twinkling titanite to level up once more, which we will be able to do before too long. All right. So now we're going to go back to Majula. Oh, one thing I should have checked out. I'm going to do it real quick. Sorry, guys. Is there is a potential forlorn invader. Invasion, rather, I should say. I mentioned him in a previous episode. I forget what the trigger is to spawn him. I don't know if you have to rest at that bonfire or meet McDuff, but it is possible that he can invade you if you go back up the stairs up here. And the forlorn invasions, as I said, they are RNG based. In certain locations, he can possibly invade you. And if you beat him a certain number of times, you unlock some armor and potentially some weapons and whatnot. So, plus you get some good souls for beating him. Boom. If he invades, it's usually up here. You'll get a notice like you're being invaded, which I think is a relatively low percentage chance, but he can invade you here. I just wanted to check to see if I got it. Not. And I think technically if you keep respawning, eventually you will get the invasion, but I'm not going to sit here and farm for it. All right, so back to Majula we go. We're going to level up.
Bear, see, less.
And for now, let's see. Can't get strength right up to 20 yet. I'm not going to bring it all the way up. I'm going to start leveling up that ADP because I want to get my iframes up as much as possible. So at 88 agility, you're going to have 9 iframes in your roll. At 92 is when we get our 10th iframe. So we'll get there. Actually, we need to be leveling up our intelligence because there is an NPC later that's not going to talk to us unless we have at least 8 intelligence. So I will put that 1 point into ADP, and then I'm going to prioritize getting our int up to 8 because we need to get our int to 8 to recruit an NPC to come back to Majula. Otherwise, he won't talk to us. And there is a trophy for getting all these NPCs back to Majula, so that is something that we're doing for our trophy progress. All right, so we're going to roll with that for now. And that's going to do it for this episode. The last episode went almost to an hour. That's kind of longer than what I'm shooting for. I'm targeting kind of a 30 to 45 minute-ish range for these episodes. So I'm going to go on and cut this one off here because that's a good break point before the next area that we're going to tackle. So as good a time as any to call it quits for the day. So appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all are enjoying yourselves, enjoying this walkthrough and finding it useful. Really thankful for you guys. And we'll catch you next time. See you later.